You're in a crowded marketplace, surrounded by noise voices shouting, animals braying, music playing, but someone across the square looks at you. And in a single glance, without a word, you know exactly what they mean. Silent communication. It's older than writing, older than spoken language, and it's been shaping history in ways you probably never realized. But here's the twist. It's not just about hand signals or secret codes. Silent communication has decided wars, toppled empires, sparked revolutions, and even saved lives. Stick with me, because over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal how humans mastered the art of speaking without words, and why this hidden language still controls your daily life, even when you don't notice it. Quick question for you. Have you ever known what someone was thinking without them saying a word? If so, hit that like button, because you've already been part of this story. Long before humans had language, our ancestors relied on gestures, posture, and facial expressions. Imagine being in a tribe 50,000 years ago. If a saber-toothed cat is lurking nearby, you don't say anything, you point, you widen your eyes, you move your body. Here's the emotional hook. Silent communication was literally the difference between life and death. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine standing on a cliff with your tribe. You can't speak because one wrong word will alert the predator below. The only way to survive? Silent signals. Archaeologists and anthropologists believe that silent gestures may actually predate spoken words. In fact, some linguists argue that human language itself grew out of hand signals before it ever became sound. So silence, ironically, is the first human voice. Fast forward thousands of years, silent communication becomes a weapon. The Greeks used hand signals in battle. The Romans perfected them. Imagine thousands of soldiers moving in perfect sync without shouting a single order. That's the power of hand gestures. And then there's one of the oldest silent codes still alive today, signaling surrender, the raised hands, the lowered weapons. That symbol has ended more wars than any treaty. But here's where it gets emotional. Silent communication isn't just about armies. Think of enslaved people in the Americas. They created songs, dances, and hand movements that looked harmless to outsiders, but carried secret meanings, escape routes, survival strategies. Pause. Think about this. The difference between freedom and capture was hidden in a clap, a rhythm, or a single glance. Silent language was rebellion. Now let's talk about the groups who perfected silent codes, secret societies. The Freemasons, for example, had elaborate handshakes and silent gestures to recognize each other. If you met a stranger, a tiny movement of the thumb could reveal whether they were a brother or a spy. But they weren't alone. Medieval guilds, early revolutionaries, and underground religious groups all used silent signals. Why? Because words could be overheard, but gestures could pass unnoticed. Imagine living in a time where saying the wrong word could mean death. The only way to survive was to let your hands speak for you. And here's something wild. Many of those signals are still around today. Ever wondered why secret handshakes feel so powerful? They tap into this centuries-old human instinct for silent trust. Here's a story that doesn't get told enough. Long before Europeans colonized the Americas, native nations across the continent developed Plains Indian Sign Language. It wasn't just for deaf communities. It was a full, rich communication system that allowed dozens of different tribes to trade, negotiate, and ally without needing to speak the same tongue. Think about that for a second. A silent language bridging cultures, while spoken words divided them. Even today, remnants of these sign languages survive. They prove that silence can unite where sound can separate. Religion has always had a fascination with silence. Monks in medieval monasteries often took vows of silence. They still had to function, though, so they invented silent gesture systems. Want bread? One sign. Need water? Another. Some monasteries had vocabularies of hundreds of gestures. And here's the kicker: silence itself became holy. Entire communities saw silence not as emptiness, but as communication with the divine. Imagine choosing silence not because you had to, but because you believed it brought you closer to God. Now let's jump to the shadowy world of spies. During World War II, silent signals were everywhere. Resistance fighters in occupied France used gestures to pass messages under the noses of Nazi patrols. POWs in camps developed entire silent codes. Blinks, taps, even sneezes to pass intelligence. One of the most famous, the tap code. American prisoners in Vietnam created it. A grid of letters communicated through knocks on a wall. It kept hope alive when words were forbidden. Close your eyes. You're in a cell, isolated, no one to talk to. Then tap, tap, tap. A message in the dark. Suddenly, you're not alone. Silent communication became survival. Here's where it gets personal. You're doing silent communication every single day and you don't even realize it. Body language, eye contact, tone of silence. Psychologists say up to 70% of human communication is nonverbal. That means when your friend says, "I'm fine," but avoids your eyes, you know they're not fine. Emotional hook. Silence reveals the truth. Words try to hide. Pattern interrupt. Think about the last time someone lied to you. Did their silence tell you more than their words? You'd think technology would kill silent communication, but it's made it stronger. Texting, emojis, likes, and reactions. All silent. A single emoji can say more than a whole paragraph. A seen but not replied to message. That silence screams louder than any sentence. And now, AI and surveillance systems can read your body language. Facial recognition isn't just about faces, it's about micro-expressions, silent signals you don't even know you're giving. One of the most powerful uses of silence, protest. Think of the silent parade of 1917, when thousands of African Americans marched through New York City without saying a word. Yet their silence shook the nation. Think of modern protests, where silence is used to honor victims, to defy oppressors, to show strength without chaos. Picture thousands of people standing together, no chants, no noise, just silence. And yet, the silence roars. Silence is power. Segment 10. Your silent superpower. Here's the truth. Silent communication is the most human superpower you already have. You can walk into a room and feel the mood without a word. You can look at someone and know what they're thinking. You can signal trust, love, danger, anger, all without opening your mouth. So the next time you think silence is empty, remember, silence is a language. One older, deeper, and more powerful than words. If you've ever felt the power of silence, if you've ever spoken with just a look, then you're already part of this hidden history. But now it's your turn. What's the most powerful silent signal you've ever used or received? Drop it in the comments, because I guarantee other people have experienced the same thing. And if you want more hidden history stories like this, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. Silence may be golden, but here it's priceless.